Hi everyone. I just want to start by thanking the Modis and the Patels for hosting such an incredible weekend. I've had a blast. Let's just give them a hand for playing with us. So my name is Jeff Shupak, and Alon is my best friend and someone I consider my brother from another mother. So for those of you who don't know what that means, UrbanDictionary.com defines that as follows. A term to describe a close friend. The word brother is used because the friend is extremely close to you to the point that he is almost like your brother, but from a different mother. I met Alon my first day of college. At the time, I was dating a girl who was an ethnic mix of everything. She was black, Puerto Rican, Native American, and she always used to make fun of me because I didn't have any black friends. All my friends were either Korean or Indian. So when I met Alon, I was pretty excited. He had the shaved head, he walked with a swagger, he listened to rap music. But soon I found out, I saw him dance, I saw him putz around the basketball court, that I didn't have a black friend. The last name Patel should have given it away also. As I grew to know Alon better, I quickly saw there were two different types of people I would hang out with. There was one guy who I called Tough Guy Alon. This guy was cocky and arrogant and an absolute pain in the ass. Then there was a guy I called Sweet Alon. He's nice, caring, sensitive, and an absolute pain in the ass. So, I'll get to both Alons in a minute, but there's a third Alon that only his very close circle of friends know about. And we call that Alon Skywalker. That's the Alon who carries around his favorite Luke Skywalker action figure. He reads Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. He took a class in college to try to learn all the languages in Star Wars. So first, Tough Guy Alon. Tough Guy Alon and I would pull relentless pranks on each other in college. His favorite prank was to light a ball of toilet paper on fire and throw it at me. My favorite prank was to crunch up some Cheerios and put them in his bed sheets. One of his biggest pet peeves. And he escalated it to another level when he got into name calling. So back in college, I was a little heavier than I am today. So he came up with a very endearing nickname that he still calls me, and that's Fatty. So what he would always try to do is get me to do something called the Truffle Shuffle. And if we have any Goonies fans out there, there was a movie in the 80s called The Goonies, and one of the kids, he was a 10-year-old kid, he was a little pudgy, his name was Chunk. And before any of his friends would let him in the house, he would always have to do something called the Truffle Shuffle. He would lift up his shirt, scrunch up his face, and do a little dance. And Alon has tried relentlessly for years to try to get me to do this. I've always refused. He used to lock me out of the dorm, and I used to have to go and get an RA because I refused to do the Truffle Shuffle. But today is his wedding day.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, so now let me tell you a bit about a Nice Guy Alon. Nice Guy Alon is always there for you. If you need someone to talk to, someone to turn to, if you're having a tough time, he's there for you. He's thoughtful, he's caring, and he's not just there because you want him to be there. He genuinely cares. So on behalf of all your friends out there who you've helped through a tough situation, thank you. A quick story about Nice Guy Alon. Alon ran track in high school, and he was phenomenal. He broke records. I actually reached out to his coach, Coach Fuller, and I said, give me some feedback on Alon. Give me some dirt on it. And he didn't have any bad stories. He only had a very wonderful story that shows how selfless Alon is. So what happened was Coach Fuller was an environmental science teacher, and he used to go to these science fairs and competitions. And he was down one student and in danger of forfeiting. So he turned to Alon, one of his star runners, and he said, listen, I know you don't know much about this, but can you help us out? So they made a whole trek across Massachusetts, all the way to UMass Amherst. Alon studied on the car ride there, and the team performed very well. So, Coach Fuller said that he's a scholar and an athlete, and I just wanted to share that with everyone.
Woo!
So now, obviously, I have to speak about Alon's favorite person in the world. This is someone he feels an immense connection with. You could call this person Alon's soulmate. Obviously, I'm talking about Paul Pierce. So, my cousin works for the Garden where the Celtics play, and she was able to pull some strings, and I got to talk to Paul Pierce for 2 minutes. He was kind enough to leave me a voicemail, which the DJ is going to play for you now.
Hi, Alon. Hi, Pyle. This is Paul Pierce of the Boston Celtics. I wanted to wish you to a wonderful wedding today and let everyone know that Alon is the man. Respect each other and have an amazing life together. And Pyle, don't let Alon bring his Star Wars toy with you to Aruba on a honeymoon.
So now seriously, I do want to talk about the most important woman in Pyle's life, his partner, Pyle. Sorry, Alon's life, Pyle. It takes someone who's very patient, witty, reliable, fun, and spontaneous to be with Alon. And also someone who's willing to clean up after him when he leaves his Trident wrappers around the house. That person is Pyle. Very quick story about Pyle. She needed to crash on my couch one night a few months back. She had a problem at the airport with documentation, and she was telling me about a problem that she was working through. She said something I'll never forget. She said, it doesn't matter. Alon is there for me, and we're going to figure it out together. Whatever happens, we'll get through it together. So, Alon, you're a very lucky man to have someone like that in your life. So if everyone could just raise a glass, we wanted to wish the best to Alon and Pyle. Thank you.